Welcome everyone, Farmer Cop here. We are finally going to take a look at the playground maker right here, which by the way I purchased. You have to purchase it first. It is, oh goodness, $150,000 to buy. I believe you have to purchase it. I believe you can just sell stuff. It works as a sell point before that, but if you want to actually get the profits off of making the playground equipment, then you have to buy it. So 150,000 to buy this bad boy right here. And what we're making basically, which actually there's one of them down here actually, I believe at the beginning of the road. We're going to take a look at how much it costs to make one and if it's actually worth it. So we're going to look at all the profitability and stuff. But basically what we're making, you'll see this by the end of the video, is these little tractor guys right down here. So I think this is pretty much the same thing or very similar. So that's what we're going to try to make. So I'm going to spawn in the materials. I'm going to keep track of a few things. So it does it in steps. So for the first step, for example, which I'll show you when we get up there, it takes wood beams, planks long, and rope. It takes 12,000 liters of wood beam, 6,000 liters of planks long, and 12,000 liters of rope, which you can see that. Oh, that's down there for the playground. For the playground maker hall. Yeah, because that's for... Is that for this? The playground? Yeah, no, it's the playground. Sorry. Well, I'll figure out what this one specifically needs, because over here you come up to it. Yeah, there we go. Planks and planks long. So I'll figure out how much it needs here, and what I'm going to do is put those materials in. I'm also going to time it as well to see how long it actually takes us to build this. I'm going to calculate how much it costs if you're going to do this in normal or easy, normal, or hard difficulty, and then how much you make in easy, normal, hard difficulty. So I'm going to do all those different tests for you and figure out if it's actually worth doing this bad boy right here. And I'll have a whole chart and you guys can look at it and do all that sort of stuff. So don't worry, we'll get into it and get it all really nice and detailed and ironed out for you. So don't worry about that. We are going to get it done. So, yeah, I'll keep track of what I put in each step and we'll kind of go from there. So, yeah, anyhow, I'm going to do all that testing. I'm going to do some work on it, do some calculations, figure out all that stuff for you guys and bring you guys back in after the test is actually done. That way we can take a look at it together and see if it's actually worth doing the playground maker hall, not the playground, which is super confusing that you step back 2 feet from it and it's back there. But anyhow, we're going to take a look at that and kind of go from there. So I'll bring you guys back in here in a little bit when I get to, oh, shoot, I should have just come over here. There's one of the tractors over here just sitting on its side. But anyhow, that's what we're making pretty much. And I'll kind of take pictures of the progress as we go. So I'll bring you guys back in a little bit. All right, so I finished the test. The results are actually quite interesting. So a couple things I want to note as well. As you come up here, you can see down there progress. It never gave me like any indication, like there's no percentage. So that was kind of irritating, but I was still able to figure out all the data without that. It also doesn't use an even number of planks and planks long. I figured that out after I did the first round of testing, so then I reset the game. And then what I did was I basically spawned in, because I can spawn in, you know, pallets of things. So what I did was basically took the 2 inputs. It only ever uses these 2 inputs. So what I did was I spawned in a bunch of these, and I put in like, I think I put in 5,000 liters of planks long and like 10,000 or 11,000 liters of just the regular planks, and I just put those in. And then down there bottom right hand corner, it was set to that specific number, and then I just subtracted later. Right now it's already working. It's already partially through a new one, so the numbers are a little off down there. But I have the actual numbers for how many planks and stuff it took to manufacture. Oh, I don't want to close that. You can keep that open. So yeah, and I didn't take pictures as I went through because it's not really divided into steps. You just throw everything in there and then just kind of slowly works through it and slowly add stuff on and make stuff. But yeah, it makes the tractor up here, and then there's also a trailer at the back with a slide. So I don't know if there's any example of that anywhere. Probably not. But I guess I could have maybe fast forwarded and gotten one that was close to ready for you guys to be able to see kind of what it's going to look like when it gets close to done. But basically, once you see the slide, there'll be a green slide, which will look exactly like one of those. That'll come off the back. There'll be like a trailer here. And then when that green slide comes off the back, you know it's almost done. Like, it's really close. Yeah, so in general, it takes 2 months. Almost exactly 2 months pretty much to accomplish this. So it's fairly quick, to be honest, for a production like this, of this style. And I say the tip about the slide because if you, for whatever reason, you have planks long in here but no planks, it'll still be making progress and using some of those planks long until it's done using those, but it'll still need the time required for the planks. So theoretically, you could maybe it might take 3 to 4 months to make this if you don't put if it doesn't have access to all the ingredients at all times. It might take longer to make. So just be aware of that if you're getting productions a little bit longer. It needs both planks and planks long in the production facility at all times. So make sure you keep those kind of topped up. But if for whatever reason you just don't have any, don't feel like you have to go buy them or something, just wait for your sawmill. It's not going to ruin anything or anything like that. It'll just slow down the production a little bit. So it's not really a big deal, to be honest. So just don't worry about that. I do have a nice spreadsheet, it is linked down below in the description, as with everything else. And I'll kind of walk you through all that and everything like that. And if you're wondering how to put stuff in, it's very simple. Just use a forklift or whatever. I'm using super strength. Use liftable pallets. Just get it inside this zone here. And then you come up to it and it'll show that. Now remember, if you back up a little bit, it'll show you the playground, which is that whole construction project over there. So you want to be pretty close to it to be able to get the information down there bottom right hand corner for the playground maker hall, which is what you're looking for. But yeah, let's take a look at some of the data here. It's going to save out of there. That's fine. So here's kind of my spreadsheet that I got going for us. Playground maker production. And again, when you open the sheet up, it might actually be on the production sheet here, which is all my other productions. I have a lot of stuff down here in an auto cell test and all sorts of different things that I've done that I have videos on all that stuff. But the construction productions I put down here just after the production sheet. I added this sheet in here now. And again, this is all linked down below. So if you want to follow along or anything like that, you can definitely do that. But let's go at the top here. So basically how we're calculating profitability is kind of important here. So we have the input. It takes 8,400 liters of planks and then 2,016 liters of planks long. This is how much those materials cost. And what I mean by cost is not you buying them. I don't know what it costs for you to buy them at the warehouse, which actually maybe I'll add a chart for that here. That'd be kind of a useful thing to probably know if you had the warehouse information. But I'm assuming you're going to manufacture them yourself. You could still definitely make profit if you buy these at the warehouse. Because if you look at these prices here, I mean, actually, let's just take a look at that real quick. Let's hop back in the game real quick here. Let's go over to the warehouse and see how much it costs to buy it over there. If we go visit, yeah, I don't want to be on this side of it. Let's go around the corner here to where the buy point is. I just want to see what the cost is if we buy the materials here to see if it's a whole lot different from what we're looking at here. So where in the world? I had to go all the way around here. That was ridiculous. But anyway, I could have done that a little bit smoother probably, and I probably should have done this beforehand, so I apologize. But I just kind of had that thought as well because I know some of you guys are going to ask. So if we come here, planks, $33.70 a piece. $33.70 a piece. And then planks long, $50.28. So those are actually fairly pricey, but honestly, it depends, I think, a lot on the difficulty mode that you're in now that we're kind of talking about that. Let's go in here. So if we look at, I'm just going to put a warehouse section right here. So if you buy them at the warehouse, planks are $33.70 and planks long are $50.28. So you guys are even getting a little behind the scenes of how I design all this sort of stuff. Put those into that format. There we go. So that's that. I don't have a profitability area here. I can put one of those in. That's just move that down a little bit. And then we do warehouse. Oh, I need actually 3 for this. Let's see here. Let's cut this again, move it down 2 more. Yeah. So warehouse easy, warehouse normal, and warehouse hard, so you guys can actually see what we're looking at right here. And the reason this matters is because every economic difficulty they sell for a different price. So the sell prices here when we're working on the warehouse are going to be the same. But let's go through this before we get too deep into that. And actually, no, I need oh gosh, prices used. I need to redo all this whole thing. Let me just fix this up real quick. I'll put a quick pause and then we'll keep going. Quick interjection here, because I know I'll get comments about it if I don't do this. You can see the Playground Maker Hall in available productions. This is a new game save because I was getting ready to do another production. I thought, oh, I should check in here. It doesn't give us a lot of information. It does say 1 toy tractor, and it does confirm the amount of materials that I said it took. So it just confirms my test. It says cycles for month 2. I'm not sure what that relates to, because obviously we know from testing that this does 1 toy tractor every 2 months. So maybe that's what that means, is it's not cycles per month, but maybe it's saying that it takes 2 months. But we'll kind of have to test it and see. Maybe I'll try it with another production and we'll see. But yeah, so I just wanted to note, because I know someone's going to say, hey, look at this. So there you go. Back to the irregular scheduled programming here. All right, I fixed everything up. Sorry about that. The other thing I did double check is the price you pay at the warehouse does not change depending on your difficulty mode. So the warehouse price is constant whether you're in easy, normal, or hard mode. So basically what we have, let's walk you through it here. So we have the planks and planks long. This is what we have for inputs for each of those. So when you're on easy economic difficulty, sorry, can't talk. This is how much you would make if you sold those planks separately. Like you made the planks and then you sold them off. That was what you would get if you sold the planks. Same thing with normal, hard, and then obviously for the warehouse, it's different because that's the cost of you buying the planks. So basically what we're looking at when we talk about these ones specifically here, since for the warehouse, we're buying the materials. So this is just flat out how much it costs us to buy it. So it's pretty straightforward when it comes to profit analysis. But these ones right here, we're looking at how much we would make if we sold the materials instead on those difficulty modes at a decent price. Now, if you get higher prices for those, it might change a little bit, but that is what we're kind of looking at because we want to see if it's worth putting it into this production. So we want to see if you make more putting it into this production or if you make more selling it separately. So that's what we're trying to compare. So that's what's going on up here. That's the calculations for the inputs. So then we go down here. This is the sell price. So on easy difficulty, you sell each playground maker for $150,000. On normal, it's $90,000 a piece. On hard, it's $50,000 a piece. And obviously, if we're doing it in the warehouse, which is what the W's here stand for, it's going to be the same thing because that's difficulty dependent. So these are the same things for easy, normal, and hard. Same price. Now, the total cost, this is calculated for easy. It's the sum of these two. So it's $32,000, $11,000 added together to get that. For normal, it's the sum of these guys right here. For hard, it's obviously the sum of these. And then for the warehouse ones, they're all the same because the cost doesn't change. So it's the sum of these two. Then we take this, the sell price minus the total cost to get our profit. So then those are the profits calculated out here. So obviously, easy economy, whether you're actually, if it's cheaper for you to buy the stuff if you're on easy economic difficulty because you can sell your own stuff for more and then buy stuff cheaper, theoretically speaking, from the warehouse. So you actually should buy the materials if you're playing on easy. If you're playing on normal, it's better for you to produce the materials yourself. You make about $12,000 more per compared to buying it. However, if you're short on materials, you can always pick up a couple and still make a pretty decent profit. Now, in hard economic difficulty, you're much better off producing them yourself. Much better off. You make $35,000 profit a piece as opposed to $11,000. So that's a huge difference there. Now, another couple things is the building obviously costs $150,000 to buy. And another thing to note here is the time per production. So each one of these to happen is 2 months. So you can make 6 of these a year pretty much. So if you multiply this times 6, you're going to get your profit per year, which I didn't put a table in for that, but you guys can do the math if you want to. And then down here, if you guys download a copy of this or make a copy of it, you can't edit my copy, obviously. But if you make your own copy, if you normally, let's say, if you normally sell planks on easy, you're like, well, I normally sell them for $5,000. Well, that changes your cost, and you can see your profit just went down here. I'm going to change it back to 3,900 because that's just from the data that I have. But if you wanted to update those, it will calculate through the spreadsheet. So just be aware of that. But yeah, that's all down here. The last thing I want to look off is paid off in. What I mean by that is how many of these playgrounds do you have to make to pay off the cost of the building? Like how much times does it have to make the profit? This isn't comparing it to this price, it's comparing it to your profit. That's why this is way higher than this one. So you need 1.42, which I know you're going to have to make 2 to get there. But basically for this one, after you make 2 of these playgrounds, you've paid the cost of the $150,000 build cost, and everything on top of that is now completely profit going in your pocket. And you can see it's 2.37 of them you have to make, then 4.27 on hard. For warehouse, it's 1.34 on easy, 2.91 on normal, and then on hard, it's almost 13. And then because each of those take 2 months, so here we're assuming you have to make 2 of them to pay it off. It's take you 4 months to pay the cost of the building off. Here we're assuming you have to make 3 because you can't sell like a partial a product. You have to make it all the way through. So we're assuming you're going to take 6 months, then 10 months, 4 months, 6 months, then 26 months here before you actually start turning a profit compared to the price here. So even in hard difficulty mode, if you're making the stuff yourself, you're still going to start turning a profit at the end of a year, which is great. So your first year, you're only technically going to make about $35,000 to $50,000 profit, but then the following year, you make 35 times 6. You're going to make a lot more profit. So this is a very profitable production overall. So definitely recommend. But that's what I got for you guys. Hopefully that was helpful in some way, shape, or form. So yeah, I do plan to do the other productions that we have. So I know on here, I haven't done one on the piano maker yet for Zelanka. I'll do one on that. I did one for the FS22, but I did the playground maker haul. The next one I'm probably going to do is going to be the wagon maker up here. But we got a few different projects. And if you guys have any other ideas for videos and stuff like that, just let me know down in the comments. But that's what I got for you guys today. If you guys enjoyed, please drop a like down below. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button up on the screen to join the Farmer Cop channel. And turn on your notification bell so you don't miss any future videos I may post. This has been Farmer Cop. Thank you guys for coming and watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.